Hello everybody and welcome back to Balake Farm. So you join me in the sunny November, well soon to be wet November. We've got a bit of harvesting to do, we've got the soybeans ready now, and we've also got a bunch of eggs that need to be sold. So we're going to run straight to the store and we're going to get the first load sold straight off the bat. We've still got the workers picking up stones in the Fent, and the Vulture is still doing subsoiling. Oh, let's not roll it. Oh, just caught it. So yeah, he is doing subsoiling. He is ploughing the fields for us, so we shouldn't get any weeds when we plant them next year. This should also make a really nice seedbed for the crop. And we'll have to pick the stones on the other big field as well. So I'm hoping we don't get too many, because we're going to have to get rid of them. But it's not the end of the world. We'll get a debris crusher and we'll crush them into some lime. Because we are going to have to go and spread all the big fields with lime as well. And that's going to cost an arm and a leg. So I've been thinking, what do we spend the money on? And I've had an idea. Cows. If we get some cows, and we get a bakery. Not bakery, a dairy. And we use the dairy and the cow's milk, we can make some really nice dessert. So we can make our profits even more off our dessert factory in the yard. So I think that's where we're going to go with it all. I think it's a very good idea. So we will be looking for a bit of land soon. With this money we might be able to buy a nice grass field somewhere close, and then we could put the cows one end, and you know, we'll have a bit of grass the other end. So it needs to be a fairly decent size so we can get this to work, because we're going to need a silage pit and we'll make some silage. So we're also going to need the grass care equipment, e.g. a mower, a windrower, unless we get the mower that just windrows, because I think what we'll do is we'll just feed them on silage and use the straw to bed them down, so we're not got too much waste product. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's my thought process so far. So we'll be having a look at that very shortly, but we've got a load of eggs to run down here and we need to get the soybeans in before it rains as well. So let's sell this first load. There's 56 pallets on here. So let's get these unhooked. If we can, oh, I'm on the wrong thing, that's why it's not unhooking. Right, there we go. So that's our first load sold, £334,000. So we'll run back to the yard now, and we'll go grab the next load of eggs. I think we might have 2 more loads to come off here, unless we cram it all onto the next one. I'll see what it's like when we've got loaded up. We might be able to get it on one load. It would be handy. And then we'll get them sold. And it should leave us in a really good place to buy a cow enclosure and buy some cows and get our grass care stuff. So I'm hoping we can buy a field that's ready to harvest, e.g. ready to mow, so that we can just get straight on, make some silage, get it fermenting overnight and get the cows going. But we'll have to see. We'll see what's around. We might end up buying a proper field, like a normal arable field, and converting it. We'll see what's a good price and what's around. We don't want to be travelling miles and miles for it all, but we don't mind a bit of travelling. So if there's a bit of extra land, we could even put the dairy right next to the cows and just move the milk from A to B. So yeah, let's go get these next set of eggs and we can get them sold. I don't know what's happening with the sugarcane field at the moment. It's still saying it's harvested, so I'll give it till next month. Well, we can give it till about March, April time when we need to get the crops in. And if it hasn't regrown, we will drill something else this time. But if it does regrow, we will never turn down a free crop again. Because if we can get 3 bites of the cherry off that one expensive drill, it'll be well worth it. And we definitely had our money's worth last time selling it direct. So there's only a few pallets, so we will get them stacked on top as well. No point in making a special trip for just a few extra pallets. So we will just go check on our jam in a minute and see. Well, in fact, while we're thinking about it, let's go have a look at how much jam we got. Ooh, So we've got quite a bit of jam going on here, and there's 9 in storage, so let's just have a look. Strawberry jam, when's the best time to sell it? I don't know if it'll come under strawberry jam or just jam. Strawberry jam, there we are. So, to be fair, it's not a bad price at the moment. It was better last month, but it's just slightly declining. Looks like July, October, November, all relatively good months. So, we might even get that loaded on the trailer, or we'll come back and make a special trip, but we'll see if I can stack it all on. So, I'll quickly time-lapse me loading all this up, and then we'll go to the sell point. Hopefully we can get the jam on, and we can sell it all in a wanna. Right, so here we are at the sell point again. So I didn't put the jam on. We'll go grab the jam in a minute, because I think we're going to get the cereal, because I need to do a bit of moving around at the factories as well. Need to get some corn moved across for the honey production. Need to get the honey into the factory. So a bit of moving around to do. So we'll go do that in a second. But first, let's sell the remainder of those eggs. So just over £350,000, well, more like £370,000 for that load. So we're now up to £1.5 million, which should give us a really nice base with building a nice cow enclosure and getting some cows. So I'd quite like to do some normal cows, and I'd like to do some buffaloes as well. Get some buffalo milk, and we can get that changing into buffalo mozzarella, because that is fairly valuable as well. So I'm definitely thinking we might go down that route. But first we're going to nip back to the yard. We're going to grab the strawberry jam. We're going to go grab whatever boxes of cereal we've got, move some corn about, we'll move some sugar about, and we'll just get everything running perfectly, and then we'll start hopefully on the soybean harvest. We do need to check the forecast. When's it due to rain? It's due to rain at 12 o'clock and then stop at 2. So if it does start raining during the harvest, we'll pack up, we'll find something else to do, and then we can carry it on. We also need to put some more diesel in the old Unimog. She's chomping through it, but she's doing a very good service for us running this trailer back and forth, making it very easy. So yeah, let's go grab the strawberry jam. We'll grab the honey pallets from down that yard as well. We can take them across to the cereal factory, drop them off. We'll then chuck the corn into the relevant things, pick up the cereal, and then we'll head and do the last bit of selling. Right, so I've just been filling up the factories, getting them all topped up, and we've got 25 pallets of jam and 3 pallets of cereal. So let's get it all sold. So that takes us nicely up to 1.7 million pounds. So we really do have a nice bit of cash to play with. And what else I've just realised is the canola oil needs selling. So we'll run over to the oil mill. We're going to pick everything it's got up, and we'll bring it to sell, even the olive oil. I know it's better in March, but we might as well get it sold now. Clear it out so that the oil production can run, because it's got plenty of canola oil and olive oils to keep running. We'll get them all sold, and then we should have a nice bit of cash to play with. And then we really must get on with our harvest. There's still quite a few bits and bobs of jobs to do, but we need to get on with the harvest, get that done, and then we can buy a bit of land, get our cow shed, and we can start, hopefully, producing milk. So let me go get loaded up. We'll get the olive oil and the canola oil on here, and we'll get it all sold. So it would appear, I knew we needed to fill up, but we've sort of run out of diesel. I honestly thought we had a bit longer before we were out of diesel. I was going to go fill it up once we'd gone back to the yard. So just going to have to nip over to the shop just here. If we can get over the fence. I don't think we can. We'll have to run around, and we're going to have to go pick a jerry can up. Top the Unimog off. Go get that load sold and fill her up. Embarrassing, but I thought we had a few more miles range in her. Never mind. Right, so here we are, back at the sell point for the last time. So we've got 9,000 litres of olive oil, and we've got 14,000 of canola oil. So let's get it all sold. Ooh. So we're just shy of the £2 million mark. We're at 1.9. So not a bad effort at all, really. So yeah, we should definitely be able to get a field, a cow pen. I might even buy the mower that's all built in together as well, so we don't have to keep putting the mowers on and off the tractors. I think it does swarf dropping, but we'll have a look into it and we will see. Oh, so the worker's now got a full tank of stone, so we're going to have to go and get him emptied. Probably put it in the back of the Unimog, and then we can get a debris crusher in the yard, and we'll get it changing into lime, because like I say, we're going to need plenty of lime to get everything sorted. So let's run back to the yard, get him empty, and let's get on with that harvest. So we've had to get a bucket for the old telehandler so we could fill up the debris crusher. So I've just built a debris crusher. It takes 7,000 litres of stones, and we're going to turn it into lime. So it might not do a lot of lime turning, but it's well worth having while we're clearing the field. So just got to move this worker onto field, I think it's number 8. I'm going to get him doing that field next. And then after that, we're going to start that harvest. Definitely going to start that harvest. But I thought, might as well get a bit of field work done. at least the fields, like you say, they should be the best they're ever going to be if we get them. Well, we're just ripping them up at the moment, and we're just getting them ready so we can get the best yield possible out of them. Pick the stones up, and then there is a 7 metre parara I've put on now, so I might parara them as well after it's been stone collected, and we'll get them real nice, get them worked right down. There should be some really nice fields next year for us to plant into. So here we are at the soybean field. So let's get the harvester unfolded. And let's get on with this harvest. So it should be a nice field, and we should get plenty of yield off it. I'm hoping anyway. So we have tried to do the best on this field, and say we might even bust it afterwards and power it as well, just to make sure we can get the best yield out of it next time. And it'll be nice not to have all weeds on the farm, because they do look a bit hideous in the crop when you've sprayed them off. But yeah, let's run the combine now. We're going to get it around here. We're soon going to have to go move that Fent worker onto the next field, and then we can check on the Vulture and see how he's getting on with that. And then we need to look, so let's just put this on cruise control quickly. We need to have a look at fields for our cows. So obviously all our farm is this end of the map, so it would be nice to buy something like field 20, which is a grass field, so that would be ideal. We could buy something like that. It's £203,000, so not a lot of money, and we could put a cow shed on it. And then we can chop the rest of the grass up and turn that into our silage to feed them. Probably get a mower. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. We'll get the mower, the self-propelled mower thing, opposed to getting the mowers for the back of the tractor, and then we can leave it over there and we can just cut it, and then all it would mean is taking a forage wagon on the back of one of the tractors or the Unimog, going and collecting the grass and getting it tipped. So we're about full. we're 95% full, so I'm just going to run this over to the yard now, get it emptied. I need to tip the stones out because the stone picker will be full very soon, so I don't want to be having to run the Unimog back just to empty it to come back for him. So thought we might as well take it all in one load and keep him going then. So we'll run this, tip it in the silo. We've got a nice 51,000 litres to start with. We're about halfway across the field now, so should hopefully get another 50,000 litres, which will take us nicely up to 100,000 litres off that field, which come sell time is going to be very, very profitable for us, which will be really nice. It will help expand the farm next June. But as you can see, that field is looking really nice now, so we will need to get a power arrow, run it down just that bit finer, and then we will be able to plant them all. I think we're going to do sorghum, soybeans, corn and oats next year, so that we've got a nice rotation. Soybeans are to make us money, corn is obviously for the cereal factory, the oats is for the cereal factory, but we can use the straw to bed the cows, and the sorghum's going to be for feeding the chickens, as well as the other wheat field we've planted as well, because the chickens do tend to use a lot of, will get through a lot of food, but as you've seen from earlier on, they are making us a lot of profit as well by selling their eggs, so well worth keeping them fed up. Better than buying food, because buying food is fairly expensive. But if we have to, we've got to, but I'm hoping we'll have enough crop to keep them going all year until the next harvest. So let's get that dumped into there, and then once that's done, I don't know if we can leave it tipping while we yeah, we can leave that tipping. You wouldn't normally be able to do that in real life, but on Farming Simulator you can. But yeah, let's go get the stones tipped over here, and we'll start making a nice little pile, and then we can get them put through the debris crusher and turn into lime for us. So oh, he's decided to tip out the back this time. Last time it tipped off the side. Typical. But never mind. Yeah, so I'll keep putting them in a nice pile there, and with the telehandler we can slowly feed them into the debris crusher and keep that up to date. But at least that's the next load done. Right, I'm back at the field. Oh, he has got a full tank, so we'll just quickly run the Unimog back over to him. It's quite cool how these things tip it. This would tip directly into the debris crusher, to be honest. We could just drive it back to the debris crusher and tip it straight in there, but it's easier to leave him going like that. So yeah, so what we've got is a 7 metre power arrow, an 8 metre or a 5.2, so we'll obviously go for the 8 metre. There's this one as well. This one's 350 horsepower again, and it's got a set of wheels on the back. Bit newer, and it's a bit faster, so this might even be the one to go for, because it does 7 mile an hour opposed to 5. And that's what I'm planning. Then it'll break all the clods up in the field, make it nice and flat, and then it rolls it back in. So it'll do a real nice job, hopefully, of preparing those fields for us. Yeah, so this one does 5 mile an hour, but it's quite a nice design. It hasn't got the wheels on it, so all of the weight is on the back of the tractor, so you would need a good weight to carry it. Right, I'm going to get set to, and hopefully in this next time lapse we might be able to get this field done before we're full again, and then we can have a look at buying a field and some cow, or a cow pen, and a nice mower. So let me get cracked too, and I'll see you shortly. Right, so here we are, back at the yard. So we're going to get this tipped. We'll, let's get it tipped before we take it off, shall we? Yeah, we're going to tip that, then we'll get a grand total, but the worker is full in the field with stones again, so we'll just go drop these off here and we'll run the mog over there. And then we can get him emptied and get him on his way again. So we'll hopefully tip from the back last time, so let's see if it tips from the back this time. Yay. So yeah, we'll fill a nice little pile there, and then we, like I say, we'll keep putting it in with the bobcat. Hopefully it'll take the majority of it, I reckon. It'll be a bit slow working, but hey, at least it's making us lime, like we say. We can then use that to spread on the field once we've got them power. So we'll quickly just run back over, get him emptied again, bring it back to the tipping point. We'll fill up the debris crusher and we'll have a look at a new field. So this field, as you can see, is now all, well, it's been all ripped up, so it's looking fantastic. The chickens are full of eggs again, so when we tip the next load, we'll just move a load out the way. And let's go down this track. It's a shame that there's not a roadway, and I might build one from this track across to the farm, so we're not having to drive on that bit of edge. We can just drive on a nice farmer's track straight to our field. So stone picker is all the way down there, so a bit of a journey to get there and get another 2,500 litres out of him. So it has actually got a lot of stones out of this field. We didn't get half as much on that first field, but this one is yeah, it's very stone heavy, so it is a good job we're getting them all picked out. That fence doing a fairly good job. It's a big old tractor to be running the stone picker really, but doing the job all right. So let's get that in there. And let's run this back across to our yard now. We'll get this tipped on the floor, and then, yeah, let's have a look before we fill the thing up at what bit of land we want. And let's get a mower bought, and then we can see how much we've got to spend on a nice cow shed. So I don't want the automatic feeding one, I don't think, because I'm hoping we can get away with just putting silage in there. I know it only runs about 80% efficiency, but that'll be far enough for what we want. And I want a mixture of cows and I can't remember what they're called now. Well, I want yeah, I want both types in there really. So I want to make some mozzarella with the other type of milk. Buffalo, that's it. So yeah, I want buffaloes and cows. We're going to make mozzarella out of the buffalo milk, and then we're going to make bottled milk out of the normal milk in a dairy, and we'll do chocolate because there's nice chocolate dessert in our dessert factory there, so it would be nice to try and do quite a few of them. But yeah, this is where I'm on about putting the track all the way down here and around the farm. I think it'd just be nice and easy for us to get to the other side of the farm now. Now we're expanding out that way a bit. It would make our life so much easier. So let's get this tip just here. Ooh. As you can see, the stone pile is getting quite big now. So yeah, we will we definitely will get those put into debris crusher. Right, well, we're here. I've already forgot, but let's move some of these eggs out of the trigger. We might even get them sold next time while we're still in November, because they are absolutely peachy price at the moment. Right, so we're after a nice field. So we've got this field here. Now we did have, which one did we have? I think we did have this squiggly one. You have to get to it from the other side. So what I'm hoping to do is I want this one or this one. Now we don't currently own field 18, but I'm sure we will do soon. And I think that's 2.7, that's 1.5, 1.2, Yeah, I think field 20. Let's get field 20 all bought. So £203,000. Get the soil sample as well. Another 1,100 quid. So it's not the best soil, but for what we want to use it for, it should be alright. And it is ready to harvest. So that is perfect, because what we're going to do, we'll get that. I'm going to put the cow shed in first. I know we probably should harvest all of the grass, but I think it'll be nice to know what we're working with. So these are our cow sheds. Now, there's two aspects of this. That only holds 16, so we want to be able to hold quite a few cows. Now this cow shed holds 180. It's a big old shed, as you can see. Let's just see if I can get a better angle so we can see what we're dealing with. So yeah, real nice milking parlour, nice outdoor area. So now this would be a very, very big shed. And if we put it there, do we want to customise the fence? I don't think we do. And we do want to plant a meadow. So there we go. I think that was definitely the right choice. A nice big shed, as you can see. So let's open the doors. So the cows are in here. Nice little area here for them. We've got a slurry pit built in. We've got the milking parlour, which is really nice. Proper tank in there. Got a compressor. Got all the air tanks, sink, filtration. So yeah, it's really, really nice mod, this shed is. Really nice mod. So if we go around this side, in fact I haven't seen this one before. So we've got all this grass behind it as well, and we will get it all cut. We won't be able to use a worker in here because obviously they're going to crash into everything, because they do anyway. We've got the meadow at the back. It's not very big meadow, but it'll definitely do for our cows. What we will need to do is build a silage pit and a manure pit. But yeah, that is our new cow shed. So let's, while we're thinking about it and we've got the money, let's get the manure pit built. So it's in silos, I believe. So we have took a bit of the field up, and I mean, worst comes to worst, we can always buy another grass field if we're struggling with grass. I mean, 180 cows, they are going to take some feeding. And there we are. Nice bunker built. So just want to smooth the entrance a little bit, just make it a little bit nicer. The last thing we need to buy for this operation, well, the last two things we need to buy for this operation is we need a forage wagon. Forage wagons, there we are. We want something real big, because we have got a lot of, we're going to be using it quite a bit. So I think that one would be nice. The class ones are alright, but they're a bit unrealistic at 200. And that one's, yeah, 5,000. I think this is one we're going to buy. Requires 300 horsepower, so it'll be on the fence. Silage, we do want to put that in, because that will make, we can buy some of that and we can make, well, it sort of like packs it out a bit so you get more bang for your buck. So that's nice. So that's bought as well. And then I know it's a big old expense, but I'm thinking let's get one of these bought. 15 mile an hour working speed. She is an absolute beaut. We've still got 600,000 in the bank, and we've got all of this still to do. And there she is. That is our new mower. Nice Crone mower. So I haven't really ever used one of these. I've always had mowers on the back of tractors, so it'll be quite nice. Long shot that was. It'll be quite nice to give it a try, really. I'm quite looking forward to using this and cutting the field with it. But I think we're going to leave it there today, guys. We've done no end. We've made a lot of money. We've bought a lot of stuff, and I can't wait to get some cows bought next time. We'll probably cut some grass, get some silage making. Considering I bought both pits, I might see if I can use the other pit. We'll fill it up, and then at least we can have 2 lots of silage, so we can be emptying one, filling one sort of thing. And then we can keep that cow shed real topped up. So we might want a front loader as well, because we're going to be moving a lot of silage back and forth. Or we might get a conveyor belt system into a trailer. I'm not sure yet. What do you guys think? Let me know. But yeah, so we're going to leave it there today, guys. Thank you for watching. If you've liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up. Any suggestions, please leave them below. And if you hit the subscribe button and ring that bell, you'll get a notification of when we buy them cows. I'll see you guys there.